A local singer's talents are being showcased at the International Singer-Songwriter Association Awards. Jasmine King has more.
It's a dark, damp night in my neck of the woods.
Caroline Park is a folk singer from Tel Aviv Lake, Alberta, and the nominations for the International Singer-Songwriter Association, also known as the ISA Awards, were revealed on Saturday, with Park picking up multiple nominations.
They released the nominations on a YouTube video. So I saw my name once and twice, and I just kept sniffing. I wasn't fully awake, right? And I was kind of thinking like, well, so last year I kind of felt like it was a bit of a fluke because I got 5 nominations last year for my album The Road, and this is for my album Pause and Pine. And yeah, to see my name 6 times on that list was pretty phenomenal.
Park is nominated in 6 different categories, including Female Vocalist of the Year and Female Rising Star, related to her latest album and newest single, Don't Look Back. Park is excited about the possibilities that come from the nominations.
I don't have a lot of opportunities to get off the farm. Like, even if I had a venue to go to, I couldn't do it very frequently. So yeah, I wish I could perform more, but it's still nice to be part of that, that community of songwriters.
The top 25 nominees were announced, and voting will determine the top 10. Park is looking for support to help get her to the award ceremony.
They can go to the International Singer-Songwriter Association website, and then at the top there's a vote, and you just hover over that and it'll go to either USA or international. So you have to hit the international, and I'll be on the list, and people can vote every single day if they really wanted to.
Voting is open until the end of the month, and the award show takes place this August. Jasmine King, Primetime Local News.
Construction on the WHT Med building at Lakeland College is progressing quickly with new investment from the government of Alberta. Our Nicole Gruber spoke with the president of Lakeland College on the business's status.
Today for Primetime Local News, I'm joined with Dr. Alice Wainwright-Stewart, the president and CEO of Lakeland College, and we're going to be discussing the construction going on at the WHT Mead building on the Vermilion campus. So thank you so much, Alice, for joining us here today.
You're welcome.
So first off, do you mind letting us know what this building will be used for when construction is done?
Okay, so our WHT Mead building, which is kind of the official name, has been housed to over 550 agricultural students in the past. However, as we look at this building being renovated, it was maybe I should give you a little background history. It was built in 1964, and as you can imagine, in 1964, some of the requirements for teaching in the smaller classrooms, and now we've really outgrown it. And it's a building that needed a lot of tender love and care. So it's been fully renovated. It had some cinder blocks, so lots of good stuff happened, but some, being in 1964, some other parts of it really needed to be updated. So that's what it's newly renovated. It should be all ready to go by the fall. And really, we're looking at providing a building that's going to be really probably one of our the most modern building on campus, on the Vermilion campus, and really will be infused with technology to help with not only the in-person lecture lab breakout sessions, as well as virtual learning as we step into the future and some of the unknowns of what we think virtual learning might take in the future. So that's a really important part of it, but also it's going to be home to over probably 800 students by the time some of our environmental sciences students use it, our human services use the building. So it'll have a multi-purpose as we move forward, as well as home to our agricultural students. And it will also house our student-managed farm powered by New Holland's new headquarters. And then that is really a planning space where our animal science technologies crops students really manage the crop, livestock, and research units.
And you had mentioned that it's going to be opening up in the fall. Do we have a specific date or month that you guys are hoping it will be open?
Well, we're hoping to have an open house. We're hoping to have some of our government officials, thanks to Alberta, We have this funding that we could really update and renovate this building in the modern way that we needed to. So we're looking at probably into September, looks like what's rolling out. We, because of COVID, we've had some issues with some of the parts to get in here with some of, what construction is right now, but it looks like we're on task to be able to open it up in the fall. So we're still going with those dates. We had hoped to have all of our instructors moving in by June. That might be pushed back a bit more at the end of the summer to get that moved in.
And now the government of Alberta is providing funding for this project. Do you happen to know how much they are providing?
I do, $17.3 million. So for this upgrade. So yes, we have been very, very fortunate. This business case has been on the books for at least 8 years.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel that this project is important for Lakeland College's growth in the community?
Very, very important. We have grown our ag program by 300%, and we continue to look at modest growth as we look into the future and growing ag and growing our college, looking at our international student capacity, looking at where we can help and partner with industry. So it's very important, and it provides that space also for industry connection and partnerships.
And is there anything else that you would like to mention about this construction going on?
Well, I would like to thank Garth Roswell for being our government liaison, helping us make sure that we were able to get the funds, because again, we are teaching the producers of the future. We are teaching the leaders of the future really to be global citizens in our world, and it's easier to teach in a modern facility that has all the technical amenities that we need as we look towards the future of the unknown certainties of what's happening, but also knowing that we need technology and we need to compromise our teaching to ensure that those practices are followed.
Well, thank you so much again for joining us here today.
You're welcome.
Well, it wasn't the nicest day weather-wise in the border city. For a first look at your weather forecast, here's Shelby Clark.
Thanks so much, Mr. Jason Mackey. Now taking a first look at your weather forecast. Yes, we did see a much gloomier day today. If you looked outside or stepped outside, we did see a much cooler day, and we saw those showers continuing on throughout the day, some light mist through the air. So it wasn't looking too good. It was very musty and gloomy outside, but hopefully everybody still had a nice day, and we are still sitting at that 1 degree point, but we will be seeing that continue on tomorrow as well. Now switching over to temperatures across the region for Alberta and Saskatchewan. On the Alberta side, we are still seeing those plus temperatures, but still quite lower compared to what we have been seeing yesterday for sure. Most spots are seeing 1 and 2 degrees on the map, 3 in other spots in Lac La Biche, Bonnyville, and Vegreville, while it is 8 in Edmonton. So Edmonton is looking slightly warmer right now. And switching now over to our Saskatchewan side, they are seeing those plus temperatures as well, but actually looking slightly warmer compared to the Alberta side. 2 in Meadow Lake, Maidstone, and North Battleford, as well as down in Macklin, 3 degrees in St. Walburg and Pearson, while Green Lake is at 4 degrees, and Isle Cross is seeing the warmest there, just hitting 5. And for North Battleford overnight, they will be going down to a low of that 1 degree point, so they won't be cooling down too much whatsoever from what they are sitting at, but they will be seeing those flurries start up again throughout their evening, and that will continue into their morning tomorrow, while they will be seeing 5 degrees throughout the day, so they will be seeing a slightly warmer temperature. Switching over to Cold Lake, they'll be cooling and actually even warming up overnight. They'll be seeing 2 degrees later on in their evening, but they will be seeing the flurries and showers continue on as well. So still we'll be seeing those conditions, and that will continue for tomorrow in their morning, and it will continue throughout their day with a lot more cloudier skies, and they will be seeing 8 degrees. So they will be seeing a warmer day tomorrow. And for us in the border city, we'll be seeing that 2 degree point. We will be seeing these conditions continue on. Then tomorrow we will be seeing a mix of some sun and cloud at 7 degrees. So we will be seeing a warmer day, and hopefully that sun will peek out behind those clouds a lot more and kind of melt things down for us and kind of give us a nicer day. Now looking at our 3-day forecast here. Oh no, actually, sorry, I lied. We actually have a photo submission. Yes, that's right. Colleen, thank you so much for this gorgeous photo here, and to everybody that submitted some beautiful weather photos to our Facebook page, and this one is from Colleen. So thank you for this beautiful shot. I love seeing the colors in the sky there, but that's all I got for now. Our Jace Mackey will have more news coming up after the break.
Success in junior hockey can be measured in several ways. Of course, there's league championship success, but success can also be measured by the future of players. And as Evan Kenny explains, the Bonnyville Pontiacs were one of the most successful teams.
I think you set yourself up for failure as a junior A organization if you just solely base your success on wins and losses.
The Bonnyville Pontiacs may have finished third in the AJHL North and saw a first-round playoff elimination. However, they finished second in the league when it came to NCAA commitments.
We had 12 NCAA commitments this year, which was second only to the Brooks Bandits, and something significant for our organization because our ultimate goal is to try and move guys on.
11 players of the 25-man roster will be continuing their hockey careers and education in the NCAA, and one at the U Sport level.
If you sit back and say, what are you most proud of? Well, certainly the opportunity to work with such high caliber character kids, but very proud that they can come into our organization and we give them an opportunity to carry on both their academic and athletic careers.
The Pontiacs have their spring camp this weekend where 180 players are expected to attend. Swan believes the organization's ability to move players on is intriguing for prospects.
Knowing that we're competing against 6 other AJHL camps that weekend, along with the Max, and to think that we're getting close to 200 kids to our town of Bonnyville shows that we're an organization that intrigues people for them wanting to continue on into their junior hockey career. And
since the 2013-14 season, the Pontiacs have sent 106 players to post-secondary. Evan Kenny, Primetime Local Sports.
Wasn't the nicest day today in Lloydminster, but is that gloomy weather here to stay? Shelby Clark has those answers.
Thanks so much again, Jace. Yes, we are still seeing a gloomy day here in the border city. We hopefully will warm up a bit later on in the week. It's supposed to happen, but we shall see. But now taking a look at temperatures across the central zone of our provinces. On the Alberta side, we are seeing some nicer temperatures than what we would expect. We are still at that single-digit point, but most spots are seeing around 8 degrees at the moment. 6 in Athabasca, while Edson and Jasper both sitting at 7. And now switching over to our Saskatchewan side, they are seeing those single-digit plus temperatures as well, but slightly cooler for sure. 3 in Melfort and Saskatoon, while there's 4 in Prince Albert. Meadow Lake and North Battleford both sitting at 2 degrees, and Cold Lake is twinning with us here in the border city, just hitting 1. And now going over to our northern region now to see what they are sitting at. They aren't looking too bad either. They are definitely seeing those temperatures as what we are seeing in the central zone. 4 degrees at La Loche and Buffalo Narrows, while the 6 in most spots on the map. 7 down in Flin Flon, while La Ronge and Stony Rapids are twinning at 8 degrees. Now switching over to this side here, they are looking pretty good. Peace River and Grand Prairie are looking the warmest, just hitting 9 degrees, so they almost even reached that 10 degree point for sure. 7 in Slave Lake and Fort Chipewyan, while high level is at 6 degrees, and Fort McMurray is slightly cooler, just hitting 4. And now going to our southern region now, not too bad whatsoever. Lethbridge just even hit the 10 degree point, but most spots are still seeing those single digits, so they are looking a lot cooler than what they were seeing yesterday. 6 in Medicine Hat, while it is 9 in Calgary, and Coronation and Banff are at 3 and 4 degrees. Going over on this end here now, Moose Jaw is seeing a warmer day as well at 10 degrees. 8 in Regina and Estevan, while the rest are slightly cooled down with 4 in Swift Current, and Yorkton and Kindersley are at 2 and 3 degrees. But if we go back across the region to seeing what we will expect throughout our evening tonight and throughout the night, not too bad temperature-wise. I think we all are pretty happy to see these temps as we move more into the spring season. Isle Lacrosse, Paradise Hill, and Myrna will be seeing a low of just hitting that 0 mark. Meadow Lake will be seeing the coolest with just seeing a low of -1, while the rest are going to be seeing those plus temperatures. Pearson, Unity, and Provost will be seeing that 1 degree point for their evening low, and Wainwright and Bonneville will be seeing 2 degrees. But we will be seeing a high chance of some flurries and freezing showers start off in our evening and continue on from what we are seeing now throughout our evening and throughout the night. So unfortunately, we will be seeing those conditions continue on, and we will be seeing them continue on into tomorrow as well. And now, taking a look at our 3-day forecast. I lied before, but sorry, here it is now in the second segment. Tomorrow, we will be seeing a warmer day at 7 degrees with a mix of some sun and clouds, so hopefully more sun will peek behind those clouds throughout the day tomorrow and kind of brighten things up during the day than what we were seeing today for sure. Then Thursday, we'll even be seeing those double digits at 11 degrees on Thursday with a little bit more cloudier skies, but hopefully like tomorrow we will be seeing that sun come out more. Then Friday, we'll be starting off at a very warm temperature than what we would expect to see to start off this nice warm weekend compared to what we saw last weekend. And on Friday, we'll even be seeing 18 degrees. That is another look at your weather forecast. A lot more coming up after the break.
Welcome back to Pet Project this week, everybody. We're joined once again with Becca Lawrence from the Lloydminster and Community SPCA. How is everything going over there this week, Becca?
Oh, pretty good. Busy as always, but pretty good.
Yes, you're mentioning very busy. I know you guys have some upcoming puppies, not to give away too much, but you know, our dog this week that we're showcasing. I'll let you go ahead and introduce her and kind of tell everybody the story.
Yeah, so coming down here is Miss Winnie. So she came in probably a few weeks ago, and then we had scheduled her in for her spay surgery. And yeah, so basically like we did our exam, everything on her, took her to the vet for her surgery, and big surprise, she had a big old belly on her.
Oh boy, yep.
Yeah, so the vets think that she's pretty close to popping. So I mean, you know, she's pretty fluffy, lots of cushion in there. So we couldn't quite tell right away, unfortunately. So we're kind of we made a little bit of a nice little hut for her here, just to kind of try and make her a little bit more comfortable. You know, and we're obviously hoping for some fosters. Oh goodness. Hoping for some fosters, but yes, pretty tough to find fosters that want to take on a mom and a whole litter of puppies. So, you know, that's something we're still hopeful for, but you know, we'll see where we go.
Absolutely understandable. It is obviously a big job to take care of a mama and or puppies, obviously, right? So if there's anybody out there who maybe, you know, you have a lot of free time, maybe, you know, and this is a project that you would like to do to help your community, would certainly be something, you know, if you plan ahead, it is a completely doable undertaking. So certainly anybody out there, if you maybe think you have, you know, the special skills to help foster Winnie and or her puppies, would be great. Certainly get in touch with the SPCA. I know you guys are gonna, you know, need all the help that you can get coming up soon with all the new animals and puppies in the spring. And yes, it is certainly a busy time of year. So just moving on here, you guys have a few events coming up this week. We'll start off, just a quick reminder, we chatted about it the last couple of weeks, but Spiro's is doing an event with you guys, and so I'll let you just give a quick reminder of that and what people can do to get involved.
Yeah, so we have our link on Facebook, but you can also go to their website and their fundraising tab. You can fill it out through there as well too. But proceeds from the pizza come to us, and also from the sauce as well. So anything that you go order through there that's pizza and sauce related, we get proceeds from that. So from what we've heard, we've been doing really, really well. So we're really excited for that. So you have until the 7th to get your orders in. So that's just the end of this week. And then the pickup is the 21st of April here at the SPCA.
Perfect. All right. So obviously, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Spiro's is great food, great people. They do so much in the community. And every week I talk about how great the SPCA is. So, you know, get in on the action, help a good cause, get some good food. And Becca, you got some other stuff coming up here in the near future. You guys got a partnership here with some local businesses coming up. So I'll just kind of let you chat about that a little bit.
Yeah, so Better You Salon is doing some quiet nights for us. So with proceeds coming back to the SPCA. So we really appreciate that. So if that's something you're interested, just check in with them and they can get you booked in for that. And then Flagship Clothing here in town, they are also selling Easter t-shirts that you can color, and with proceeds again coming back to the SPCA. So that's really, really great. And then just off with the Easter thing, we will be doing our Easter photos all next week, Monday to Thursday. And late nights will be Monday and Tuesday, just because Wednesday, Thursday, people might be traveling for family and things like that. So if you want some Easter photos, we'll have a whole thing set up for that. And also PetSmart and Pet Planet will be hosting for Easter photos as well, too, with proceeds coming back to the SPCA.
That's wonderful to hear. Obviously, so many events, so many partnerships, so many awesome things coming out of the SPCA this month. So there you go, everybody. Lots of events to mark on your calendar. Go ahead, pencil them in so you make sure you're free. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this week. Becca, we're going to have to let you go, but thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Winnie, and good luck with your pregnancy. I hope everything goes well. So we'll speak with you guys again next week.
Absolutely. We'll see you next week.
Pet Project is sponsored by the Pet Pad. For total pet care, think Pet Pad.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
Tyler McMurtry joins us today on Primetime Local News. He's from SGI, and we're talking today about SGI's Traffic Safety Spotlight for April. This month, the spotlight is on suspended drivers and drivers with unregistered vehicles. Now, Tyler, first of all, what are some reasons that people may have their licenses suspended?
There's actually quite a number of reasons that somebody can get their license suspended. A lot of it has to do with your driving behavior. If you have a driver record that has a lot of collisions or traffic convictions, you may end up getting your driver's license suspended as part of SGI's driver improvement program. There's also, if you have unpaid traffic tickets, that's another reason that you'll see a lot of people getting their license suspended. Many suspensions have to do with impaired driving. If you are convicted of an impaired driving offense, you will get a driving prohibition as a result of that. But even before that conviction happens, for a criminal code offense, your license is suspended immediately and indefinitely until those charges are dealt with in court, or you are eligible for ignition interlock. And even if you're not impaired driving, even if you're not given an impaired driving offense, a criminal code offense, if you have a lower alcohol violation or a violation of our zero tolerance on drug impaired driving, you can get your license suspended temporarily for 3 days at roadside or more if you are a repeat offender. So there's also even some ones that people might not have heard of. You can get your license suspended if you are passing around a fake ID, or if you are behind on your child support payments, or if you are soliciting prostitutes. So there are a number of other reasons as well. We have them listed out on SGI's website, but the main message that we want to give people is if your license is suspended, no matter the reason, it means you're not allowed to drive.
So in SGI's release, I saw that there are 185 automated license plate readers on police vehicles in Saskatchewan. So if you're driving with an unregistered vehicle, a suspended license, the chances are you're going to be caught by police. If you're caught, what might the consequences be?
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Jace. But if you are caught, the consequences you can face. Now, it depends on the reasons you were suspended in the first place, but in many cases, you are getting your vehicle impounded for 30 days. And it might not even be your vehicle. It might just be the registered owner's vehicle. If you are driving somebody else's vehicle and you're suspended and the police officer finds that out, that vehicle is getting suspended or getting towed right at roadside, and you're going to have to find another way home. You'll also have to go to court, and then the judge will decide, depending on the outcome of that proceedings, about whether you are going to pay an additional fine, whether you are going to perhaps have a longer driving prohibition as well. And depending on the circumstances of your original suspension and what you were doing when you were caught, you may even be looking at a jail term, because there is a criminal code offense for driving while suspended. Now, some people are convicted of the Traffic Safety Act, the provincial legislation, driving while suspended. And so that's just a straight date in court. You're not necessarily going to go to jail as a result of that. unless there are other circumstances at play there. But in any event, it's a very serious situation. The other thing you have to understand is if you're driving with a suspended license and you cause a collision, you do not have insurance coverage in most cases. So you could be on the hook for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars of damage to the other person's vehicle, or if an insurance company has to pay out injury claim benefits to the other party, the insurance company, including SGI, will likely come after you to collect that money. So that's another good reason to not drive while suspended. But of course, the best reason is you've been told that you shouldn't do so, and there's safety issues at play in many cases.
Now, when we look at some of the other traffic safety spotlights that SGI focuses on, things like impaired driving, seatbelt safety stand out, and I think most people can understand why those are important. But some people may feel like driving an unregistered vehicle is a victimless crime. Can you tell us why SGI is focusing on it so much this month?
Well, we would strongly disagree with that assertion. Of course, as I mentioned, there's safety issues at play. Like, for example, some suspensions are related to the fact that there's a medical issue there. And so you're not just out on the road by yourself, you're sharing it with other people. And as I mentioned as well, many of the other suspensions are related to your driving behavior, directly related to your driving behavior. So you might need to attend some driver education before SGI says, okay, you can have your license back. So that's what we would say to that. And even with the focus on unregistered vehicles, if you're willing to drive around a vehicle that's unregistered, knowing that it is not registered, knowing that you don't have insurance coverage, what other risks are you taking? And you know, I've been on a number of ride-alongs in those vehicles that are equipped with the automated license plate readers. They might start out with a vehicle that they're pulling over because it's unregistered, but then when they pull that driver over, they do a check on the driver, and there are other issues at play. And so that's one of the things that people should understand, that this is about safety. We are trying to improve safety on Saskatchewan's roads, which is why we have put so many of those license plate readers in police officers' vehicles. And they're amazing machines. They can scan 1 plate per second and flag for the officer whether the vehicle is unregistered or the owner of that vehicle is suspended. And then that's going to initiate an investigation.
Tyler, thanks for taking some time to talk with us today. That was Tyler McMurgy from SGI.
Now ending off with taking a quick look at your 7-day forecast. We will be seeing a little bit more sun tomorrow at 7 degrees, but don't worry, we will warm up for Thursday and Friday, even seeing 18 on Friday to start off this weekend. Then we'll be seeing a little bit more sun on Saturday at 8 degrees and ending off with a slightly high chance of some flurries on the weekend with Sunday. Then starting off next week, we will be seeing those single digits at 1 on Monday and 3 degrees next Tuesday.
All right, well, thank you for that, Shelby, and thank you for joining us for Primetime Local News. Our second hour continues next.